It's time, guys. This should be an excellent match. In the bottom left, we have our Protoss player, debatably the best Protoss player in the world. A lot of cheers for Huck in the audience.
Indeed.
Go, go, Huck! Yeah. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, the greatest human being of all time. Now, after I mean his idea, the greatest drink of all time.
I'm NesTea.
I mix it with my whiskey.
That would actually be good, too.
It is. That's what they do in China. They mix tea and
yeah, but NesTea is like
whiskey.
a sugary tea.
That's right. In China, that's actually true, guys.
Yeah.
In case you guys didn't know, that's actually how the Chinese will drink whiskey.
And it's actually delicious.
It's actually wonderful. I drank so much of that at the Stars War tournament.
Yeah.
Before getting on a plane at 6 in the morning.
That's right.
Remember that?
Fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was good times.
So, right now we have Huck, and he has done the double scout. He didn't do the 13 Forge, so the Forge is a bit later. If NesTea happened to go 6 pool, Huck would have been in trouble.
Yeah, and he actually, I was watching MC's stream when he got bumped into NesTea, and that's what NesTea did to him, and won.
Yeah, but, you know, with this much on the line, NesTea is not going to 6 pool. That's the thing. And so Huck knows that. You know, he knows. Why would NesTea do that when this matters that much right now? He does not want to go down into Code A.
One of the things about NesTea is that he's so incredibly
handsome.
And tall and smart and
strong,
good at racquetball. But also that he does not take a lot of risks. And I think part of the reason why he's been so successful is the rare moments he does choose to make a risk was the right choice. But generally, he's just a strong, consistent player.
Very, very
All right,
true.
there are links coming down here. This Forge is not done.
Yeah, the timing
work?
on this is, it seems like...
he has to wall in.
Yeah, and he actually just canceled that Nexus. That is really, really bad, guys.
All right, this means Huck's in trouble.
timing is infinity off. I don't even know what to say. His timing's so off.
I wonder if there's something else going on. He seems to be playing a really bad game today, and he can actually probably just go for this pylon.
He only get 3 Zerglings on it. But yeah, going for that. That's going to allow him to sneak in.
I don't know, guys. I mean, he's actually going to get the pylon down.
Well, he can
make another gateway. All right, so now he has 3 gateways and no.
To win from here.
Okay, so this is my reality right now.
Yeah, this would be an amazing. I mean, Huck's alive and he didn't die, but all right, guys, he's so far behind Huck. I'm actually.
I
don't know. I don't get the timing because if you're not going to make the Forge until that late. I mean, normally, all right, guys, let me explain for anyone out there that doesn't happen to know the high-level build orders of Protoss. Normally what you do is the 9 Pylon Scout, the safest thing to do if you're going to Forge Fast Expand, 9 Pylon Scout, and then you sync it up, you do a 13 Forge and Scout in towards the 4th main. It would be the 4th that you scout because your first probe is going towards the other one. Huck sent that probe but didn't make the Forge and then went Nexus first, and then even the Forge was late after that. So Huck just seeming extremely off to his choice of the way to actually do his builds.
And of course, when you look at the order, I mean, to make get Nexus, then cancel the Nexus, then make 2 more gateways to try to wall in and a pylon, and then have to cancel that, and then go back to making the Nexus. I mean, this is why NesTea's probably just going to expand again. NesTea's looking at this as saying,
he's going to play. NesTea's going to just go ahead and play a normal game, and Huck is going to have to do some insane all-in.
The supply is actually 23 to 42. Sorry to cut you off, but that's actually how different this is. Go ahead.
That's the perfect thing to point out right now. It's it's 31 drones to 23 probes. Normally at this point in the game, Protoss should have 32, 33 probes. He is so far behind from not having that second Nexus, from having to cancel everything, from having to not build probes because he had to build buildings to make a crazy wall-in. And so I don't know what Huck can even try to recover here. This is really bad, man. It's bad, guys. In case you didn't get our initial messages. So NesTea is going to be on 3 base pretty soon. He's making his Rotoran for safety.
It's very rare you see a queen attacking destructible rocks the entire time.
Yeah. Queens don't like to attack rocks. It dulls their
They're
claws.
supposed to be at home barefoot and pregnant. Sorry if you guys think I'm old-fashioned, but that's the way I feel.
And every 25 in-game seconds, they're supposed to have a larva baby in the hatchery.
Yeah, they're supposed to be having babies.
Well, Huck just kind of scouting around with that soccer. You know, as speed finishes up, Soccer's going to have to get off the map. I'm just waiting to see what Huck chooses to do. He's got 4 gases. One of his gases has 2 probes on it. The other has 4 at his expansion. Huck has been rattled today. I think he got really rattled in that Leenock match.
I think...
I mean, he was...
You know, to just lose a game like that, and you know, you practice so hard, you're like, all right, you know, at 10 minutes I'll have this many sentries and move out, and if he encounters some mutas, and then, you know, he has this big plan, and then to just lose everything, like, all of a sudden, it's sad.
You know, it looks like Huck is going to do a somewhat normal build here. He's getting a Stargate. He's getting some more gateways. He's still got that probe problem at the natural, so he's going to have less gas than he could, unfortunately. But I would... You know, I have this problem with a lot of StarCraft 2 pros. What they do is they get behind and then they do their normal build. And, I mean, when you do that, you're going to lose every time if your opponent's really good. You really have to do something like a little bit unexpected or powerful. Like you have to take some sort of risk, or you have to assume your opponent is going to do something really stupid and set yourself up to stop that, to crush that.
Oh, is he gonna lose the sentry?
LOL. No.
Sentry beams look like they're from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they do, but they're not erratic enough. NesTea did see the Stargate, so he can go ahead and defend against that pretty easily. He's already got some spores in pretty good positions to help him out. He's getting a Spire, in fact, perfect choice by NesTea. And it looks like Huck's just going to go really quick third base.
I like that.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, he has to do something like that. He's behind from the early game, so he has to take some sort of risk, like a very quick third. Of course, that means NesTea going Muta right now can take a 4th and even a 5th and just go pure Muta for a bit, because there's no way for Huck to attack. You just can't attack. It's that simple. Sorry if you want to attack, but you can't.
You can't.
Cannot. All right. So, Spire on the way. Of course, this map, amazing for Spire builds. You can get into some sick base trade scenarios with Mutiling on this map. And it's pretty darn hard for Protoss to beat, even if they didn't have any early game blunders.
NesTea's economy now passing 100 with supply here. We'll see how quickly he gets this other base up. I don't think NesTea's going to budge much. Probably just take a 4th base.
Yeah, what he's got to do is scout the fact that Huck is, in fact, taking that base, not just killing rocks. And once he does that, he's got to make another base. If NesTea doesn't make another base, my brain might melt, because that's like a smart thing to do. Well, nice little force field there by Huck, just wiping out that little army, losing very little. He lost, what, a Zealot and a cannon? Good job by Huck. Yeah. It's the type of thing he's got to do right now. 12 Mutalisks on the way, and a drone is finally being sent out.
And this is actually where it gets scary, because you need to have cannons in both your main and your expansion covering the minerals, and then if he's going to take an additional base, then he has to have cannons there. And this, the positions for these 3 bases are shaped like a horseshoe, with the second base in the center of the horseshoe. So it's going to be quite a distance for this army to kind of try to maneuver around.
Very true. Couldn't have said it better myself, Daceless. He's getting Blink, though, and that's going to help. Of course, you need Blink. He's probably going to have to tech right up into Psystorm as well, because Mutas are just going to get completely out of hand. Ooh, Huck is being really smart, though, man. He's made a Parox Pound at the 4th of NesTea's, but here NesTea goes! And Blink is finished. But that's a good group of Mutas right there.
Nice Blink there, taking out 2 Mutalisks.
Good job. But 150 supply to 100. That's a pretty big difference.
Huck does know about this expansion, so as he pushes out, he may warp in some Zealots over there. This Void Ray never really able to do anything, and will probably be killed off by the Mutalisks pretty soon.
I think the reason he did that was just get 1 Void Ray so Roaches couldn't kill him while he took a quick third.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's pretty much just what that comes down to. NesTea at the moment droning up like a madman, getting some additional hatcheries for macro.
All right, 2 more Mutas taken out here. NesTea getting a little bit sloppy here.
And
Huck.
This is Huck's moment.
So good,
because at the same time, he's hitting the 4.
Oh my God.
Huge warping by Huck. Beautiful warping by Huck. NesTea has everything out of position, but he does have transfuses on that queen. He actually can save this hatchery if he transfuses over and over there. There
Oh
you go.
my God, so sick.
And
He will save it, yeah,
save
it's
it.
fine.
And that's a beautiful save by NesTea. If he did not have all those transfusions,
Why is he not? Okay, go
in
ahead.
fact, he probably shouldn't have even had all those transfuses, to be honest. A perfect Zerg may have, you know, had those as creep tumors or something from that queen, but that was a great move by Huck. It didn't work, and that's sad.
Uh-oh, Void Ray hitting this hatchery. Let's see if he can save this one as well. The Muta's en route.
Goodbye, Void Ray. It was nice
See
to
you
know
in hell. All right, well, Huck, I got to say, I mean, he's playing very well, but it's 108 supply to 178 with NesTea being in the lead. So,
well, you know, that's actually literally the zealots he warped in. It's still that, it was that 50 supply lap. Now it's even larger. But Huck is turtling to the correct composition. He's getting Psystorm and he's getting High Templars. And that's exactly what he needs to do right now. NesTea, on the other hand, he needs to get those extra bases up like he's doing and tech up a bit more. He should, in fact, go to Hive and be ready for a gigantic tech switch, because once you get out a certain number of High Templars with your upgraded Stalkers, you start to just own Mutas, and he's got a ton of Mutas right now. So.
Jesus, he has a ton of Mutas.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's going to go for this hatchery, and it will go down.
Beautiful move there by Huck, sneaking that extra pylon, taking you know, those little risks that are paying off hugely. Meantime, though,
oh my God!
Ouch! Ouch! That is a lot of High Templars. Psystorm just barely not done right now, and NesTea picking off sentries and High Templars left and right. That is so bad for Huck. Oh my God! That was like, I just saw Huck's possible comeback go down the drain.
Yeah, I mean, he can use these Mutas and keep the Protoss turnaround and defending his base. By the way, Huck at over 2,000 minerals and over 1,000 Vespene gas.
Oh my God, that
he
Archon
actually just did that.
That Archon just did like hundreds and hundreds of damage with its 2 volleys.
I hope those Mutas have insurance.
8 more Mutas on the way. I'm actually a little bit surprised NesTea is continuing to make so many Mutas. He might just be doing it because he figures, there's no way to lose. But when you see your opponent is very strongly going for a Psystorm Stalker with upgrades, you know, throwing some Archons as well, you're going to want to tech up and have Roaches and Ultralisks ready. Both. Because both are pretty good against Psystorms. Against a very heavy Stalker as opposed to Archon group, you're going to want some Ultralisks in there.
Muta's continuing to move around the map.
Going to come right back in here. Not much protection for Huck. A single cannon, some more being warped in, but not in a great position and not in time.
Any blinking? Yes. Uh-oh. What are you doing, NesTea? What are you doing? What is happening? What?
Yeah, that was a pretty huge mistake, but in the meantime, NesTea with 1,000 Banelings.
Oh, no.
And here we go. Huck running his probes away.
So,
NesTea,
what?
I feel like NesTea's showing off at this moment. And look, oh my God. And he does actually, only 1 Baneling survives. All those High Templars would have died too. That would have been crazy. But yeah, NesTea is like just throwing units away now. He does not even care at this point. It seems like he is so sure of his victory.
Well, now is a good time for Huck to attack.
I think he has to, man. You know, he
Yeah.
lost that 3rd base. But
Is
against
that
a
Nexus
Mutalist...
misplaced?
Yes. It looks,
Yeah,
I think
he
you're
made
right.
the
I think
Nexus
he's,
1 hex away.
yeah, 1 hex south it should be, I think. But anyways, Huck moving out with a very strong army. He's got +3 weapons the way. He's got 2-1 right now.
Oh my God.
But how many Psystorms does he have? Uh-oh, he has 1 High Templar in there. He does have 2 Archons, which helps. And it's pretty big to take this out. Does blink in. Actually, should have just picked off the hatchery there. Well.
All right, so this hatchery will go down.
You know, we have
this
a ton
game
of
at
lings on the
points
way.
and times is almost oddly close.
Yeah,
at moments, you know?
It feels like NesTea is, you know, sometimes you do things in a more messy way. If you're sure that you'll win by doing that no matter what, if you know, like, no matter what happens with this unit composition, I can win. And that, I feel, is kind of like what NesTea's doing here. He's certain of it. He's like, whatever, I'll just do all this stuff. Here we go, 1,000 Banelings! Psystorm's going down, though, and oh my God! Just complete carnage.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, and Huck still has a pretty decent amount left over, but not enough. Baneling against
He's actually
Archon
just
is...
making Banelings quite time.
Baneling against Archon is actually more cost inefficient for Zerg than Baneling against Battlecruiser.
Wow.
It takes like 17 Banelings or something like that. It's like some insane number to kill an Archon.
You would have thought that by now NesTea would have made an Overlord and just spotted that pylon up there and killed off stuff.
You know, I gotta say...
Oh, sick. Oh, even sicker. Blink.
And, well, goodbye, Mutas. NesTea, man, he's losing the edge on his lead. Hardcore.
Well, I think he's getting sloppy.
Yeah,
you know?
well, he's been so unfathomably sloppy all game. He lost like 20 Mutas over in that other area in that one fight that we were like, what are we watching? And now he's like switching into Ling Infestor. Like, what am I actually seeing from you right now, NesTea? I don't understand. Please tell me, because I don't get it. It looks like Huck right now just going to try to stay on Stalker with some High Templars.
He's going to try to hung and prime his way to win.
Yeah, you know, based upon what we've seen, what's gone on so far, I guess so. Well, I want to see... Okay, he's started a Greater Spire, so that's good. That's at least he's changing his tech at least somewhat, but I'd really rather see an Ultros Cavern.
All right, taking out those Stalkers. He'll get his pylon next. Oh my god, 2 Infestors killed.
You know, every time Huck picks stuff off, man, he comes closer and closer to coming back. NesTea actually does not have a sick economy right now. He absolutely does not. He's mining fully off of 2 bases. Not even, in fact. One of them's starting to lose patches. So this is actually... Huck might actually end up winning this. And it's...
Nice storms, man. Well, Huck is going to be fine for now. I don't know, man. I feel like this is not NesTea. I feel like he's going to pull out the Space Mission Impossible style. It's going to be a stump nerd.
Yeah, this is like a very ugly game for NesTea. In fact, the supplies are equal now. I mean, Huck is playing really well to try to come back, but NesTea's been so far ahead so many times, I feel like... I don't want to say it's one of those times where the player stops trying because they know they win, but it kind of feels like that.
It looks like that.
I'm like trying to figure out something else that's going on here, but I mean, Huck obviously, yeah, playing very well, but I mean, the play from NesTea is like tragic. He's being so messy. He's going into Broodlords now. He's got 7 morphing. He's got some Infestors. He's got 4 Fungals ready. He's got some Banelings and some Lings. All right. He actually went mass Baneling against Blink Stalker, Psystorm, Archon.
Well, I understand doing one flashy move, but the moment that it's actually, the entire game where you're doing that, it's like, well, eventually...
made like 4,000 Banelings to kill 1 base. It's like if you put all that money into, I don't know, Roaches. You know that unit, the Roach, that's pretty good?
Yeah.
Like, if he had done that, it would be... look at this now, man. Huck's actually just going to come back. I think Huck has a chance to win this game. NesTea is winning, but now we're going to see more Infestors picked off. Some Psystorms going off. Misses there. And here we go, man.
Broodlords are out.
The Broods are on the way. More and more Broods being morphed. If he can kill off those High Templars without taking too much damage.
Oh, sick.
Oh, wow. There you go. That's the NesTea that we have been waiting for, basically. And okay, now all the Broodlords are out in the middle of the map by themselves.
NesTea, what happened,
That's
man?
like the only thing you don't do with Broodlords is send them by themselves.
That was the Broodlord that slept in. What is this, man?
I don't know what I'm seeing here, man. This is terrible play by NesTea right now. Just all the basic rules of Zerg, like rules that NesTea invented and always follows, he's not doing.
This is the first NesTea game I'm casting where I'm actually incredibly disappointed in him.
Yeah, I'm very happy for Huck because he was so dead, but
Your deaths were not in vain, Broodlings.
Well, NesTea is still flying around the map with Broodlords with no backup.
You feel like he would go expand again and try to max out or something,
Yeah, but he is expanding to one location. He's actually behind in supply somehow. after being infinitely ahead all game long.
Yeah, he's actually Huck is 10 supply ahead. No, excuse me, now he's actually 20. Now he's 30 supply ahead. Okay, so Huck is playing really well, and NesTea is not.
Yeah. Well, we will see here. This is going to be a battle that may decide this game. Can NesTea actually kill this army with what he has? He has a lot of infestors in here. He's just kind of letting them die. Okay. And now all this dies, and NesTea's actually going to lose this game. This unlosable game.
I don't know what to say, guys. He totally deserves to be dead right now. NesTea does.
Yeah, Huck didn't give up and kept trying, and NesTea did not.
This is a game where he actually did not have a cannon ready by the time the
well, this is actually another unlosable game. We're going to watch NesTea lose.
NesTea, man, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. NesTea he's actually pretty dead. This game's actually pretty much over, guys.
Yep, here goes 4 NesTea's spine crawlers. As you can see, he wants to take out this hatchery as soon as possible. Nothing will be there in time to defend. Damn, man, this is just a disappointing game from NesTea. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you know what? NesTea is normally so intelligent in his play, so patient in his play, that I just want to saw open his skull and lick his brain. But
not this time, man.
This has been a disgusting...
You couldn't pay me to lick that brain.
No, this...
Not even that I'm that kind of girl, but,
He's done so many things, so losing the 20 mutas or so, just making gigantic Baneling armies that don't make any sense, against a unit composition that, can actually fight against that. It's just... NesTea has done the wrong thing 1,000 times in this game. Was it him being cocky?
I don't know. He doesn't seem to be focused.
Guess. He just got completely overly cocky, maybe? I don't know, man. I'd love to be inside his brain for a second and actually figure that out.
You'd see colors you could never see it.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to see these infestors moving out with the queens.
So Huck has doubled his supply almost. It's 90 to 160.
This is actually the weirdest game I've ever casted.
Well, it's just such a terrible game that makes no sense. NesTea knows all these rules. He knows how to play this matchup beautifully, and this has been anything but. Absolutely anything but.
All right, so he's going to see this expansion. He will feed back these infestors. Nice. Very nice by Huck. Always able to control his army really, really well. All right, well, NesTea's not going to move the Broodlords, so I guess you don't have any more Broodlords. GG. What?
And there you have it. Okay.
What? Well, look at Huck.
And Huck is so happy. Just unbelievably happy with that victory. Okay, so there's no question about that. Congratulations to Huck. He really did fight back very well.
Yeah, I mean, he stayed in the game. He stayed alive.
Yeah.
Very good job.
And he played pretty well, man, but he was dead 1,000 times that game. That was actually more painful than the MVP NesTea game from BlizzCon.
Jeez, man. I mean, what the hell was NesTea doing?
I don't know.
I
don't even want to think or talk about it. Actually, it was NesTea.
I think of my Men in Black thing and erase my own memory, but then I forget what I'm supposed to remember now. So I'm like, I don't know.
What are you gonna do? Anyways, I'm not gonna make any excuses for NesTea. Congratulations to Huck. He gets played Leenock.
He deserves to win.
He makes top 8, man. Who will make top 8?
I don't know. Great game so far today. It's been a lot of fun.
Except that one.
Except that one. No, that game sucked.
Yeah. But
that game was pretty bad.
There he is. There's Huck.
There's Huck. He's just walked by me. I felt his presence on me.
He smiled at me.
All right.
Yeah. So, okay.
Excuse me.
That means Leenock versus Huck for the next spot. Of course, MMA has already made it through. All right.
Cool. All right. Cool, man.
Hey, man. More Protosses stay in, the happier I get.
Yeah.
Actually, having NesTea Fallout is always sad for anyone.
Yeah, actually, I like our NesTea jokes.
Yeah, he's such a smart guy. Well, we can just, pretend to play as NesTea.
Yeah.
Or just talk about NesTea.
It's like a PvP,
TVP.
but all we do is talk about NesTea.
Yeah. I'm like, NesTea
All right,
would do it for
we're going to have a 5-minute break. We'll be back soon, so stay tuned. We have some more great games coming up here at the GSL Codex.